Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Remember last time when I said we would go and check the shops, and then I just didn't do it? Neither do I. I never forget stuff like that all the time. And yeah, so here we are in the hay coral shop. We're making some diamonds here apparently in the hay coral shop too, which is fantastic to see. And we're going to start off today by going around to all the different shops and collecting some diamonds here. So more profits for Corp. Absolutely wonderful. It's a great day to be a Vex here, ladies and gentlemen. We've made another 92 diamonds for Corp today. So 46 for me, 46 for Scar. We're going to head on into the war store and see what's going on here. It looks like we lost a couple more item frames due to, I think, the TNT cannons that Doc has made, but no big deal. We can replace those pretty easily. Let's get in here. Let's move around. Let's see what happens. Good. We're worthy. Okay, let's check the shop here. Let's see. We're going to check some of these potions here. I don't think we've actually sold any more potions, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought people would definitely go for these lingering potions, because those are kind of a tough thing to make, pretty resource intensive to make, and take a lot of time to brew up. People have been taking the heads. That's cool to see. No more arrows have sold. No end crystals. Let's see. Any cobwebs? No cobwebs. No fruit. Got some TNT have sold for 1 diamond a stack. That's cool. We're also going to restock a little bit here. Going to add just a little bit more flames to this fire, this war that's going on. So we'll just add a few more stacks in here. There we go. Very good. We'll make it all the way across there. There we are. Perfect. All right. There's that. Let's see. Fire charges. Still haven't sold those. No missiles have sold. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought people would go for the missiles for sure. And let's see, no lava buckets either. Okay, good to know, good to know. That's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way back out. And yeah, let's just go ahead and now that we've got these diamonds, let's go ahead and split these up evenly amongst myself and Scar. We'll dump these off at Corp, and then we're going to head back out to the golf course. By the way, guys, be sure to tell Scar, and I'll try and tell him too, come and pick up the diamonds here at Corp. There are a lot of diamonds in this chest just waiting for him, and he should be pretty excited to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 10th hole of the golf course. This is the hole we're going to be working on today. So, to give you guys a little reminder, this hole is going to basically start at that tee box we just took off from. Going to fly out here. We're going to have fairway all through here. And then it's going to go through a little valley we have right here, all the way over to where this lime green terracotta is currently sitting. So it's going to be a fairly long hole. Going to require many tens of thousands of blocks to be placed down and to be dug up, because you got to remember every time we replace one of these, blocks, we're digging up the block and replacing it with a lime terracotta or other type of block. And then also in the ocean here, where we're going to be starting off to build the fairway, we need to actually place down dirt underneath the surface of the water, because otherwise you don't have anything to stand on. You just sort of, you land here, you dig down, and then you end up floating in the water here, which is no fun. So, yeah, we are going to go ahead and place down dirt. I have a bunch of dirt that I got out here. Yeah, right here. So we have a whole shulker box full of dirt. We also brought some concrete powder. We raided the whole lot of terracotta store for some terracotta, so we got a bunch of lime and green terracotta. And so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place down the center point of the fairway, which sort of dictates like where the fairway goes and like how the hole develops. So we're going to start back here on that island, and then probably have it run through this island over to that island, and then back down the valley to the hole. Or to the flag, I should say. So we're going to put that down first, and then we'll go through and actually put down the dirt and the terracotta and stuff. So it's going to be a pretty large project. I do have Cubcam on right now. So far is holding steady somehow, some way. Cubcam is back once again. So I may be able to do the time lapse, but if it drops, I may not, and the time lapse might become corrupted. It's quite probable that actually happens, because I've been having some major issues with my second computer. And so, yeah, that may or may not work for the time lapse. But so far, it's holding steady, so fingers crossed it works. Anyways, let's go ahead and get out some of this lime terracotta. We're going to make the center line for the fairway of this hole first. Step 1 is now complete, ladies and gentlemen. We now have the center line of the fairway complete. So you can see it sort of starts off over here, comes over here, and we'll have a big fairway area in this section where most of the shots will probably land. And then it comes up this hill here, down the other side, and then meanders to the left all the way over to where the hole is up there. So that's what it's looking like right now. Next step is to go ahead and take down that island, take down this island, and also take down this giant mound we're standing on right here by about 10 or 15 blocks each. So this is going to be basically level with the sea, which means we're going to have to take out a lot of terracotta here, which will be great because we can actually dye that and use it in the fairway itself. So that'll help us out a little bit. Anyways, time to go ahead and take this stuff down, so let's get to it. As you hopefully just saw in that time lapse, we've now taken down some terracotta on the islands here, as well as this big mound which used to be here, which you can sort of see by the fairway path we still have going on here. And now it's time to basically determine essentially like how the hole is going to play and where we're going to have a bunch of, like where we're going to put our bunkers and where we're going to put our hazards and any sort of like obstacles the player will have to go around. So let's sort of think about this. If I remember right, I believe the landing area is like right here or so. Like right in this area somewhere. Can we see the flag from here? Yes, we can. Just barely right there. So we're going to have to aim a little bit over the side of this hill here. The side of this plateau. So we might need to trim that back just a little bit so that we can see the flag a little bit better. Although having a blind second shot is not that bad of an idea, I don't think. So I think, yeah, the landing area is right in this area, so having some bunkers around here would be nice. I actually cut this island in a way, like cut terracotta out of this island in a way that I could potentially put a sloped bunker here. That is a bunker that sort of like starts here, goes down a little bit, and then sort of comes up relatively rapidly in height on this side, so that it, you know, the lip of the bunker would be like maybe here or here. So I'm thinking maybe a bunker right here, because we already have sort of a nice crescent moon shape, and of course we could dig down here and make it really nice. So let me grab my sign. I typically go through and do like signs first, so we'll do like bunker, and it'll be like shallow bunker that is also sloped. There we go. So I typically do signs first, and then I go through and do a bunch of like testing with like different throws at different angles and different heights. Maybe over here, this also seems like it might be a good spot if this is in the landing area to have a bunker. So we can have like a little bunker that comes right here and then sort of goes in here and maybe back out on this side. So maybe like an elongated bunker here. So bunker right in this section. And then let's see. I'm thinking once we get down here, like, so that'll cover the throw, the first throw. Once we get down here, do we need another bunker in here maybe? Depends how far we can throw it. We'll have to do some testing here. But maybe potentially here could work as one? That might be like not in play as often. Also here would work as, yeah, here would look pretty nice actually. Could put another sort of sloped bunker here if we wanted to. Let's put it down here and say bunker here, maybe like a sloped deep bunker. That could work right there. Very good. And so from there, I think we're basically done. Most of the rest of this will be fairways, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on the fairway right now. Alright guys, so as expected, CubCam failed halfway through. Yeah, basically tried to update and that ruined the recording, so yeah, that's that. I'm thinking about throwing it outside of my window into the snow and hoping that like a bunch of like furry woodland creatures come and just tear it apart piece by piece. That way I could actually have a reason to go out and buy another one instead of keeping this the one I currently have and trying to fix what's wrong with it, whatever is wrong with it, because it's definitely something. But I'm trying some other stuff to see if I can get it back up and going. But for now, it is down for the count yet again. It's been down for a couple months, and I just tried to get it back up for this project, and I thought it was working, but no. Anyway, yeah, we have about half of the fairway complete, so this is what it's looking like right here. You can see the tee box way over there. Got this coming off of this island here. I might just remove that island. Looks a little bit weird having just this little bit hanging off of there. So yeah, this is what it's looking like here. Comes on down here, and this is how far we've gotten. It does kind of narrow right here. I'm thinking about putting the bunker we had planned for here. I'm thinking about making this like one of the biggest bunkers we have on the course. I'm thinking about putting the bunker from here all the way back to about here or so, like making it a huge like kidney bean type of bunker, and then another one on the other side. So basically you have to land in between two bunkers for the landing area, which I think would be perfect, because that way, you know, if you want to try and play it closer here, you have a little bit of a risk, but not too much of a risk with this huge like water body here. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that for right now. In the meantime though, I'm going to take down this big pathway up here, and we're also going to continue to work on the fairway in here. So I'll go ahead and just tear up all this terracotta, put down all this lime terracotta, and hopefully get this fairway done. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got the fairway now complete, so if we go ahead and just swoop on over here, we can fly over it, so you can see what it looks like from above. So starts right here, comes on over this way, a little bit of a slope here, down to like a really flat area here. Still got our bed down there as well. Then it comes out here, over here, and then the green's going to be right at this spot right here with the flag in the middle, pretty much right there. So that is what it's looking like. A lot of fairway to hit, so not really that much of an emphasis on accuracy at all. I have found a couple more spots for bunkers, though, around this hole. So one bunker, we're going to have it be right here. It's like this little enclave right here. If you get into this bunker, you know, I want this to be a pretty serious penalty. Like, you go in there, you don't come out. Okay, maybe not that bad, but still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. Like, you can't, you know, have like a low shot. You have to go way up high. That will be ideal in case you end up way short of the green. So that's a penalty there. No bunkers near the green, I don't think, just because there's water on this side already, and also water somewhat nearby behind it, like this little lake is right behind it. So I think it's fine the way it is here. I did find another spot for a bunker here, though. This is a pretty good spot for a little bunker right here, just in case you have to hit a wedge for your second shot, like you missed a fairway for some reason, and you're in one of the bunkers on the sides. Then, you know, you might have to consider this bunker right here if you have to play to like this spot here, like the punch out of the bunker. That could be sort of an interesting mechanic. So we'll put a small bunker right here, and then we're gonna keep going with the other bunkers we had previously planned. So one right there, and then one down on the right side right here. So a huge bunker right here down this side, and then another big bunker, relatively big bunker right here, which I think is probably going to have to like basically cover this whole region from here all the way back to this wall up here, I think. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So yeah, only thing that's left to do is the bunkers and the green, and then we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna try the white sand for the bunkers, just because, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the red sand would look better. I'm thinking the white sand would look better, though. I'm pretty certain. Like, if we put the red sand and the white sand together, there's the white sand, there's the red sand. Yeah, I think the white sand still looks better. It's more of like a traditional golf sand than the red sand. I don't think I've ever seen red sand on a golf course. So we'll probably go with that for the bunkers, but the red sand is also still a penalty, you gotta remember. So we'll probably go through and remove a little bit of red sand from the canyon walls here. But other than that, this hole is pretty much finished. So let's go ahead and put in the bunkers, put in the green, and then we'll test it out. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10th hole is now mostly complete, except for a few details. We do need to add some banners here, and also some banners on the flag so we can mark it out on this map. But here's what it's looking like. You can see, if we look out, we can see the fairway, we can see the bunker on the right, we can see a bunker just peeking out there on the left as well. And those are the two biggest bunkers on the hole. So here's our tee box, and we shoot down this way. There's the two big bunkers we can see. And then we have three sort of smaller bunkers along the hole on the side of the fairway, but a pretty big, sizable area to land your second shot in, like right here, and also near the green, which is looking like this. So, yeah, that is the 10th hole. Like I said, 415 blocks long, so let's go ahead and play this thing. So let's just get out with our pearl right here. Going to grab a driver here. Going to aim straight down this way, and then up. So about right here. There we go. Toss it out there. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't end up in the bunker. It might, though. And we might have to go forward a little bit to get it to land. Potentially. There we go. Okay, yeah. Sweet. Right in the middle of the fairway. And yeah, you can see if I go a little bit right or a little bit left, I land in the bunker. But yeah, don't do that because I'm good like that. No. But yeah, I don't think the bunkers are going to be that much in play. But yeah, if you don't have a good shot, you might end up there. Then all we got to do is just simply place down our water bucket. Let me just get up here and quickly show you real quick the bunkers in a little bit more depth. So this one is pretty much a shallow bunker. It's a little bit deeper back here if you don't throw it quite as far and you go a little bit to the left. So this is what the view looks like from here. So you got to aim a little bit higher up compared to if you were on the fairway. But it's pretty comparable. The main thing is you have to use a wedge from these bunkers. And then this one, this is the sloped bunker I was talking about. So it sort of has a nice slope leading up to the top here, so you're actually higher than you are in the fairway, and you actually have a pretty good shot at the flag, but you can only use a wedge, which means you can't really throw it very far. So I don't think you can actually reach the green if you end up in any of the bunkers here, so it's kind of a penalty that way. Let's go ahead and we'll put down another ender pearl. We'll get a iron in our hand. We could also use a driver here since we're in the fairway, but I think an iron should be enough. So we're going to aim probably about here. We'll try that. Hopefully that's not too far. We'll see. Okay, yeah, so we ended up on the side of the hill next to the hole. And then I just toss it right in just like that. There we go. Perfect. So, yeah, this is the green area. That's what this is looking like. So you can see the green sort of goes in and out here. But it's a fairly easy hole, I think. But then again, I designed it. I'll just show you a couple of the bunkers around here. So there's one bunker right here that's super, super deep. If you end up in here, it's kind of a tough shot to hit the green from here because you got to aim super high up to avoid hitting the mesa here. But you can still get a pretty good shot like that. So yeah, we're pretty close there, and then you just toss it in from that point. Over here, I'll show you these bunkers here real quick. So this one is somewhat deep as well, but again, you can get out of there. You might have to just jump to shoot out of there or just aim a little bit higher. So yeah, I think you can actually reach from here. And of course, you could also use the wedge from this bunker, but yeah, you can almost get there without that. And then the final one is just over here. So let's just quickly see. Yeah, right here is what it's looking like. So pretty shallow bunker, but again, you have to aim pretty high up, and you definitely want to use the wedge here on this one. So yeah, that is the entirety of the hole there, guys. Hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good hole. It should be a pretty good start to the back nine. I really like this bunker over here with the slope thing. My favorite. Let's see. Can I get over here? I'll replace this. Don't want to die, so let's eat something. And yeah, I think we're now ready to move on to the next hole, which is going to be the 11th hole. Now this one initially I wanted to have a tee box right here where this green, lime green terracotta is. So I initially wanted to have the tee box right here and then have us shoot like through this gap right here. But that's another blind tee shot, which I'm trying to avoid for the most part. And so basically this hole was going to go from there over here up through this tree grove right here. So we're going to make use of some of the trees here and then down to a green, which would be essentially right here. So I think I want to keep the same spot for the green, but move the tee box up. So we're going to, if we make our way up here, move the tee box up to this area here. So like we're going to shoot out of these trees here in, see if I can land here, in this direction toward that hole. So I think that's a pretty good idea. We can have maybe a bubble column that takes people up to this level right here where I'm standing from the hole below. So probably like right here, we'll make like a little pathway through here and then into a bubble column which takes people up to the tee box. So let me go ahead and put the tee box where I need it, and then we'll start to make the hole. Ladies and gentlemen, the 11th tee is now complete. Here's what it's looking like right here. So you can see we got the map going to go up right over here. We got the tee box itself right here. And we have a bubble column in the back, which actually is where we come up from the 10th green. So if we make our way down to the 10th green, which is basically right below us here, swoop on in here. Once we complete this 10th hole, then we go to this pathway here, which has a sign that says hole 11. Just start walking down here, and of course, you guessed it, this pathway leads us right to a bubble column. Obviously, we're not going to keep this all stone. We're going to change this up, but for now, I think it's okay. And once you get into the bubble column, this pops you right up to the 11th tee box. So there we go. That is the 11th tee now done. And I've also done a lot of testing on this hole and found an issue with it, so I actually had to make it about 50 yards longer. Just because there was an issue with players potentially like exploiting this left side here. So now we're going to have the fairway go right through this forest here. So right through here. You're going to have to throw it over this depression. And then the hole is going to be right here. Right here is where the flag will be, where this andesite is right now. And we're also going to have the green surrounded by a big bunker. So this bunker is going to go like from here all the way around the side. And this is just a naturally generated cave, by the way. So I'm trying to work with the terrain here. Because working with the terrain, especially on a project this large, is much, much more preferable than making your own terrain. It takes a lot more time to make your own. So we'll put a bunker in here where this sort of naturally generated cave is, and then the hole will be right here. So should be a pretty fun hole. So there we have it, guys. A new plan for the 11th hole. Gonna be a lot of fun to make. Gotta cut through that mesa plateau forest up there, which is gonna be a lot of fun, and put down a whole bunch of crazy bunkers. And yeah, then you have to launch over a canyon, and then you have to get into a green that's surrounded by another deep bunker. So yeah, gonna be an exciting hole. I'm looking forward to building it, and hopefully you guys are as well. But that's gonna have to wait until next time. And until next time, guys, this has been Cub. I'll see you later.